Hello from a very sunny Southampton Boat Show 2024. We're on the Fairline stand again, and we have another of their beautiful boats to bring you, and it's the one that's behind me now. Hopefully you can just see it over my shoulder. It's the Fairline Squadron 50. It's lined up here against some of its larger brothers and sisters, both of which we've already featured on our channel. Let's have a wander down and have a look around this boat. From the outside you can see the detailing of those huge hull windows, which are going to bring massive amount of light in, as we'll see in a minute. Just over here we have the Squadron 58 and the Phantom 65, both of which we've already covered on the channel, so if you're interested in looking around those, have a look through our videos and you'll find them there already. But let's jump aboard, and before we do that, just quickly talk about some stats. So the cost of this boat is 1.4 million, that's plus VAT. The boat comes with twin IPS 650s, that's 480 horsepower each. That'll give it 31 knots top speed, or there's the option to have IPS 700s, which are 550 horsepower each, and will take it up to 32 knots, both IPS. So, firstly we've got this great size bathing platform, which drops down obviously, and you can keep a tender on there. We've got storage under there, and access both sides. And just before we go on, you will see the hinges there that allow this whole rear seat to lift up and provide access to that huge locker under there. Now, plenty of openings in the deck here. Those are providing access to engine rooms and more storage. And this one here, if I just pop down here, if I can lift this up, you'll see it drops down to the side of the engines and gives you good access to the Jenny. But over there, hopefully you can see we've got the engines. Unfortunately, it shows they tend to dump the covers down here, so they're a little bit hidden, but it gives you an idea of what we're looking at. Fairline's always beautifully fitted out. You can see all the battery management systems, but a nice long access down there. So I'll just close this up. There we go. And let's press on. So we've got access to the side decks here. Here you'll just see some bin stores for your lines coming off those cleats. Access down to the side decks. Access up to the flybridge. And this whole cockpit nicely covered by the flybridge overhang. You can see the covers zip on here, so this would all be enclosed. Okay, on the other side, let's have a wander down the side decks. A nice width side decks, easily put feet together there, and a huge single piece glass screen there. And then up on the bow we have this sun pad with back bit which lifts up, gives you a little bit of a headrest, access down there and light to that forward cabin. And here's all our anchor gear and a beautiful stainless Delta anchor. So let's just wander back and we'll have a look up on that flybridge. So lovely real teak decks to get us up here. And traditionally we've got the two areas. So here we have a really good sized dining area. So we've got seating for, gosh, 2, 4, 6 around the table, I guess, and then a bit extra there. And then over here we have a wet bar. So under there we've got a sink. Under there we've got a griddle. And just down here we have fridge and ice maker. So everything you need to prepare food and drinks without having to head back down below. But great views from up here. We have the helm station And then just to starboard, we'll have a really nice seating area for others while on passage. And let's just sit down here and see what we've got. Really nice seating here. So, this is my view. Brilliantly clear all around, unobstructed, even aft. Probably couldn't see the dock if I was med berthing, but you wouldn't on any flybridge boat really. So here, controls really close at hand. Got the joystick for those IPSs, make docking really easy. Have a huge screen. All this is obviously customizable, so you decide what you want. You've got your Garmin autopilot, your engine management systems. Down here, we've got our fire system. And then trim tabs down there, bow thruster down there. But very nice place to sit actually. This rail here is high enough to give security and a feeling of safety, but low enough to give that good vision. Just while we're there, alongside us again, we can see that Phantom 65, which is quite an amazing boat. We did it at Dusseldorf, so as I said, go and have a look at it if you're interested. That's our view down to the bow. Right, let's have a look inside. So in here, immediately we have our galley, which is very conveniently placed obviously to dining out here, and there is a table which is currently stored there, which goes up here and makes this into a really nice dining area. But here we've got a very nice galley indeed, with fridge in there, we have combi oven there, we have hob, plenty of workspace, sink, and then opposite, seating for, again, certainly 5, 6. And that table, as you will see, will drop up and down, so it could be dining table, coffee table, whatever. Now what you do see as you stand here are these huge windows. So loads of light, but really good vision at your surroundings. And even if you're in the galley here, you're going to have an amazing view. Hope it doesn't distract you from your cooking. As we take a step up, we come to the helm. We'll have a look at that in a second. But we've also got another seating area here, which as you can see has got a little table, and you've got that raised position up here. So maybe a slightly different outlook. But again, seating for, well, probably 2 comfortably, maybe 3. And then we have this helm, and these seats are quite stunning. Beautifully stitched, got the logo embroidered into there, and really all the adjustments that you would expect to find on a car probably. The helm itself, really nicely finished. Again, all this is customizable, you can have whatever your preference is, but you've got all those major controls again. Autopilot, engine management, your Garmin plotter, controls there, joystick, bow thruster, trim tabs, etc., wipers, all your main switch gear. But again, it's a pretty good view from here. That windscreen, I suppose, a little bit narrow, but the reality is all you want to see is what's directly ahead of you, which you can do. And from a side point of view, you've got great vision from the side. Got a little opening window there by the looks of it, so a bit of ventilation, and exactly the same on the other side there. So let's go down into the accommodation area, and I'm going to start in the forward cabin, which I guess you would also call the VIP, but it really is beautifully finished, very traditional high quality Fairline finish. Lovely high bed, and the benefit of that obviously is it gives you a good angle to see out of those windows. They're not huge, but they are looking out onto the water, and up there you've got a top light. But we have beautiful use of fabrics, whether you can see that On the headboard there, stitched headboard. Got lots of storage. All these are cupboards along here. You've got a place to put your knick-knack and your phone or whatever else down there. So a very nice place to be. In here we have good size hanging wardrobe, very tall. Down there you get some more. Oh, that's just a clip for the door. But if we look behind here, again, beautifully finished fabrics, and we have a TV, which TV in bed. You've got your aircon control, light switches, etc. If I open this door, the ensuite, but this, as you can see, doubles up as the ensuite for that double cabin, which we'll have a look in a minute. But here we've got a loo under there that just lifts up. We've got a very nice sink around the corner. Through there we have decent size window out. Got mirrored storage up there, and here a very chic, a very nicely lit shower cubicle with a proper door. So let's go out here. And interesting, in this sort of area here, we have this, I suppose, alternative. I don't know what you'd use this for. I suppose it's a multitude of uses, but you've got, again, plenty of storage under it, really deep cupboards, both sides there, but a very useful space. Again, we've got this beautiful finish. Hope you can see that. Sort of leather finish, and a great big handrail there. On this side we have our battery conditions, battery status, and some of the switch gear. In here we have our main fridge. So we've got a huge fridge and a freezer down there. So that's in addition to the one you've got up there and also on the flybridge. Okay, if we look to starboard, we have this double bunked cabin, brilliant for kids, really cosy, and a good use of the space there. It's got a nice mirrored wardrobe there, so you've got some storage, but kids always love a bunk bed. And then let's come down here, because just open this on the way down, because hiding in there we have a washer dryer, and just up here we have our main switch gear and trips. But let's go into this, which is obviously the pièce de résistance, our master cabin, which is very cool. Big hull windows, as we saw outside, plenty of light, plenty of view, and that's the main thing. So I think just imagine lying there, waking up, lift the blinds, and just look out to that bay you've spent the night in. And again, look at this furniture, beautifully hand-stitched, plenty of drawers and storage, space down the side of the bed, slightly restricted headroom. I can stand up here without any problems, but I would have to duck to get into bed, but that's fine. And again, look at the finish on the headboard there, really nicely done. And again, looking back this way, got the same on the other side, plenty of storage and worktop there, and we have a TV on the wall there, and again this beautiful finish. And if I open this door, we are into the ensuite for the master cabin. So we have, hiding around there, a loo with a lid on it again, that lovely bowl, and again a huge window out there. Might want to pull a blind down there if you're in the shower. And this side, a great shower cubicle, again with a proper door and some really cool and funky lighting. And for a 50-foot boat, this really feels very special and very spacious, I must say. It's amazing how boats have come along in terms of the volume they managed to squeeze into them now. let's just go back up into the saloon and back up onto that flybridge. Because I think this is where you're going to spend most of your days, assuming you have it in a place that gives you weather like this, and we've got lovely weather today. So I hope you've enjoyed that, the Squadron 50. Quite a boat for 50 foot, price 1.4 million plus the VAT, so not a cheap boat, but I think as you see as you go around, you get superb quality, and the detailing from Fairline is superb, really is. So thank you very much for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. Do remember to look at those two other Fairlines that are alongside us here, and please do remember to subscribe. Thanks very much, see you on the next one.